know that free men stood against a tyrant, that few stood against many.
Hello, welcome. I've been experimenting with Openxr in DCS, and I decided to make this video for Microsoft Flight Simulator. So let me show you my settings. Let's start with the OpenComposite. It's activated and up to date, and close that. Then we go to the Openxr tools for mixed reality. I got set that at 50%, and the motion reprojection is always on, and close that. And the Openxr toolkit, which is version 1.2, and is active for Microsoft Flight Simulator and DCS. So that's it. Let me launch the game, and I'll see you when the game is up and running. So let me show you the settings. I'm gonna go to options, general options, PC, and this is my VR settings. So I'm gonna scroll down. You can see my clouds are ultra, and that's pretty much it. So you can see all the basically medium and high. The only thing that I have high is the glass cockpit. Everything else medium. Reflections low, light shaft. So this is what I discovered is my best settings for the game to run smooth with Openxr. With SteamVR, the performance is a lot less. I gotta have everything pretty much in low. But with Openxr, I can crank things up a little bit and get better frames per second. So let me show you how it looks in VR. Alright, so I have a camera inside my headset so you can see what I'm looking at. And here is the Openxr menu. The performance, the most important thing. The size is at 90%. And the upscaling is on FSR. Then is appearance. This is what I have. Then inputs, system, and menu. I don't play with it too much. System motion reprojection is on. The inputs shaking reduction is off or 0. And back to performance. So this is how my settings are, and let's go see how the simulator behaves with all these settings.
Traffic VOB 007, taking off runway 23 straight out departure.
Alright, this is going to be a very simple test. It's just about flying around and see how the graphics look close to clouds and far away from clouds. I have the cloud set up to ultra, and I'm gonna get this little Cessna up in the air and fly around the airport and see how the program makes the graphics look while flying close and far away from the clouds. I have the clouds set to broken and rising thunderstorms. So I created this weather custom. I'm just trying to set up the clouds with as much detail as they can get, and to test the program more effectively and see how it performs. So here I go. on the ground. It does wobble a bit of it if you can see the nose of the Cessna where the propeller is, and also where the magnetic compass is on the windshield. You can see as soon as the propeller goes by it, it makes it wiggle. But as soon as you leave the ground, it gets better, but you can still see it a little bit. And I'm gonna start with the good, then we'll go to the bad, and then the ugly. So far, just a little bit of wobble on the nose. Here on the external view, Openxr behaves pretty well, I would say. But you know, commercial flying, you don't have to turn sharply like on a fighter. So I guess Openxr helps Microsoft Flight Simulator because you don't have to do that many sharp turns or fast turns. That's when you see wobbling on the corner of the wings. The feeling in VR is unbelievable. It's really, really good. The clouds are very good. Shadows is moving very smoothly, so no complaints there. Everything's pretty good when you're far away from the clouds or the ground. So I will see anything about 500 feet is pretty smooth and no wobble or stuttering at the edge of the wings or the nose. Here on this external view, like I said, commercial flying is very slow, so it's okay. Now back here in the cockpit, see a little wobble on the instruments when I move around, but it's not too noticeable, so pretty good there. So this is the good about Openxr and Microsoft Flight Simulator. Right now everything's very good. No wobble stutter. The frames per second are amazing. Cannot get this with SteamVR at these settings. And little by little I will start getting closer to the clouds, and you can see the front of the plane where the propeller is. The wobble or stuttering will start increasing, and I call it wobbling. It's just the edge of the nose. You see it right now, right with the instrument panel finish. It wobbles. It looks like the straight lines will become curved, and they go up and down. You can see it a little bit. I'm still a bit far away from the clouds, so it's very minor. And external views are always okay, I guess. But keep in mind, if you want to be a pilot, you don't have external views. We always fly inside the cockpit, so this is just extra that we have while we have this simulator. So far it looks pretty good. You see the clouds are behind, and there's no problems with the graphics at the moment. Everything's pretty smooth. Frames per second are good, and it looks amazing. So no problems there. I see a little bit on the propeller when it touches the clouds behind, but it's very minor. Now back here in the cockpit, now I'm getting closer to all this hot air rising because of the thunderstorm, and you can see, if you keep your eyes on the nose, you can see the wobbling. There it goes. It's increasing now. Closer you get to the clouds, because they are ultra. They are more demanding on the GPU engine, so I don't know why that is the result. Everything else is pretty good, but I never seen that before in any other program. I don't know what the engine inside Openxr does to increase the graphics, but this has been happening for a while now, and it happens also in DCS. I guess because the graphics are so demanding on the game to make it look this real. If you look to the sides, everything's good. Nothing to complain on the side of view. It's just here on the front, right there. You keep your eyes on the white, the HUD of the engine, and you see as soon as you go onto the ground, everything gets better. Here, turning on the external view, everything looks pretty good. It's a little bit on the vertical stabilizer, but it's very minor. And the propeller, yeah, anything that moves fast will have that wobble. But again, external views are always very good. And now I'm getting really close to the storm, so it's gonna start getting worse and worse. Now it's taking the top of the instrument panel. Left still good. And no wobbling on the wingtip of the wing. But here on the front, you can see it. There it is. I guess if we don't have that propeller, if we have just a jet or nothing in front, it will look smooth and the lines, the straight lines will be straight. I will have to do another test or something else, try a different plane or a jet that doesn't have a moving propeller and see how the program performs. Whether you can see the nose, let me zoom out a little bit. There you go, the nose. But again, it's very minor in the external view, so. And I'm getting closer to the clouds. The wingtips are solid. A little wobble in front or behind the propeller. But it's very, very minor. So external views are always okay. And now I'm in the clouds right now, so I'm flying through the cloud, and I think this is the worst because you can see mist, and there it is. This will be the bad and the ugly right here. So I guess this is the price we have to pay to get smooth frames per second. So I don't know if eventually one day will this go away, but hope for the best one day. But yeah, this is just one way of not using SteamVR. So that's it, and as soon as I do more research, I will let you know. I'm gonna try to do a sunset and night. The next video will be with the same clouds at the same resolution and the same settings to see how the program behaves. So I hope this helps, and fly safe.